to me, the Baltimore Ravens, and it's awesome that you guys are viewing the video. Even though you guys, don't like what I say about your football team, if I said that the Ravens are going to go 12-4, you would say that my IQ level is really high because you're just commenting on your team, and you're emotional about your team. And I can understand where you are coming from, Ravens and Baltimore fans. If you want to unfollow me, do it. Point is that Lamar Jackson to me reminds me of Blake Bortles. And this will be so funny if Lamar has 2 consecutive years where he goes to the playoffs. If he's able to do this with Greg Roman. I like making videos that you guys are able to consume. And I don't believe in Lamar Jackson at all. And if Lamar Jackson is not very good, I'm not going to come here, and I'm probably not going to make that much videos anymore. But Lamar Jackson is an unknown, and Lamar Jackson is interesting to talk about because he is unknown. If he goes out and becomes Blake Bortles, then you're not going to want to talk about Lamar Jackson, and then I'm beating a dead point. Or I'm basically beating a dead horse in that case. But this guy, I watch his throwing mechanics. Even at Louisville, he was a runner playing the quarterback position. He had Bobby Petrino, one of the greatest offensive minds in all of football, helping him and guiding him. He can make maybe a 7-yard out throw. He can lob it up to Mark Andrews, to Hayden Hurst. He can do that. But how long is that sustainable? I look at Lamar Jackson. I think he has the weakest arm in the NFL. Weakest arm strength in the NFL. And Lamar Jackson, yes, he is mobile, but you have to make over an offense. When have you seen like a triple option Georgia Tech offense? When have you ever seen that be effective? You've never seen it be effective for a long period of time. And never a really successful offense. Buddy Ryan and Randall Cunningham weren't successful running that style of offense. Michael Vick and the Atlanta Falcons, they won 1 playoff game in Green Bay. He was a good quarterback, yes, but not a sustainable quarterback. And he never was that consistent quarterback. And Michael Vick has arm talent that Lamar Jackson does not have. Michael Vick had a cannon. Michael Vick can throw with touch. Lamar Jackson can't scare you down the football field at all. You are just like Jacksonville because you have no C.J. Mosley anymore. Your head coach has been there a very, very long time, just like Doug Marrone. You have Greg Roman that in Buffalo was a complete and total disaster in Buffalo. You signed all these older players. You're going the free agent route where you're not putting into your young core. You have Hollywood Brown, but are you going to be able to get Hollywood Brown the football? You select Justice Hill and Trace McSorley. You just use those picks. Justice Hill, to me, could be another Ronald Jones, where he was very fast at college. Whatever, you got him in the 6th round anyway. Point is about the Baltimore Ravens. I'll say this about Baltimore. Defense, no Mosley anymore. So no Terrell Suggs. Terrell Suggs, Weddle, they held that defense together. They were leaders. You have so many new people coming into the fold. You have the dude from Moneyball, Podesta, leading your team, expecting him to be the next Ozzie Newsome as a general manager. Yes, getting rid of Flacco, I do agree. Flacco was stale. He was poor. And when Lamar came in, Lamar was able to add something fresh to that offense. I will acknowledge that the game at the Chargers was incredibly impressive. But beating Atlanta, beating the Bengals were a joke last year under Marvin Lewis. That team quit. So beating the Bengals, how is that a big deal? Whatever, you can only play who's on your schedule, right? But it could be a smoke and mirror sort of season. It's just like the Houston Texans and Bill O'Brien. Bill O'Brien is a shitty coach. Bill O'Brien is a hothead who will be fired this year. But the Texans had easy games and an easy schedule. The New York Giants are a young team, but they get an easy schedule, okay? It's a lot about the schedule. And last year, you were able to beat Atlanta, and Atlanta had no defense and nobody to stop the run. So if Gus Edwards is not running the ball, what are you going to do? You could just stack the box. If you stack the box, what's going to happen? It's 16-game season. The NFL was able to catch on to Chip Kelly. They're going to be able to catch on to Lamar Jackson. And then Lamar Jackson's going to be in trouble. He could be a Blake Bortles. He could be out of the NFL quickly, okay? Lamar Jackson needs to prove that he could be an adequate passer, and I don't see the path to it. I don't. I really don't. And I'm not going to come on here and lie. I'm not going to lie. I think it's Jacksonville all over again. It's an incredible disappointment. An incredible disappointment. A good defense with pieces, but the defense just gets fed up and the culture just crumbles. That's what happened with Jalen Ramsey. It's not like those players got any less talented. They're just like, our offense is so bad, it sucks so much that I don't give a shit about defense because we're not going anywhere with this quarterback in this passing game. So can Lamar do it? Can he prove me wrong? There's other naysayers out there. I'm not the only one that's hating on Lamar Jackson or doubting his ability. But I see Blake Bortles. And yes, that is my prediction. That it is like 5-11, 4-12, nightmare, Harbaugh gets fired, and you're looking for a new quarterback, or you're looking for a new OC, and it's a wholesale just disaster and a mess. And that's it. I have friends in Baltimore or whatever. I know people in Baltimore, a couple of people. And I'm sorry if if it offends you about the Baltimore Ravens and my opinion of the team, it does. But I'm not going to go up here and say that Lamar Jackson is this good passing quarterback and that this offense with Greg Roman, who has shown you no track record as an OC, is just going to magically hum. I'm not going to tell you that Mark Ingram, who was splitting carries, that was carried by Alvin Kamara the last few years, I'm not going to tell you that he's this spry back. He's 30. He's 30 years old. Sean Alexander was on the cover of Madden, and then Sean Alexander was selling real estate 12 months later. That happens. Earl Thomas is going to be into his mid-30s. You're paying him $14 million, the same as Landon Collins is making for safety. So you guys paid a ton of money in free agency. You rolled the bank over in effect that you think that this rookie quarterback, you think that this guy's going to win.